Hey everybody, it's Chainsaw Reacts. After finishing Season 4 of Cobra Kai, I made a Season 5 predictions video, and mostly I was wrong in that video, but I'm here today once again after finishing Season 5 to give my Cobra Kai Season 6 predictions, so let's get into it. I really shouldn't have to say this, but I will. Spoilers for Cobra Kai Season 5, you have been warned. Prediction number 1, I feel like this is a no-brainer, but former Cobra Kai members will be jumping over to Miyagi-Do, Eagle Fang, Miyagi-Fang, whatever they end up calling this combined dojo. Regardless, we'll be seeing that transition. I don't think every single character is going to jump over. I feel like certain ones are going to. I think Tori is an obvious choice. Kenny, I could definitely see jumping over because before Cobra Kai basically poisoned him and turned him essentially into what he became in Season 4 and then into Season 5, of course, he really got bad. I feel like Kenny could be a good choice, but there'd be a lot of stuff that has to be talked out. Like Robby said, you have to hash a lot of this stuff out. I also feel once Kreese reveals himself and he's taken back Cobra Kai, that certain characters that did leave Cobra Kai because of Terry will go back to Cobra Kai because Kreese is there. And we have to have that rival dynamic where there's certain characters on Cobra Kai that are against the good characters, of course, Sam, Miguel, Robby, and all of them now. There has to be certain people they have to go up against and be rivals with because that's the dynamic of the show. Prediction number 2, Sensei Kim is not going anywhere. I feel once Kreese reveals himself that he is out and he meets up with Kim somewhere, that's going to change a lot of things moving forward in regards to Kreese really having a true partner. The first thing is during the flashback with Kreese and Terry training, there's a moment between her and Kreese, and then the second moment is when she's first officially introduced, she says this.
Sensei Kreese, not with you.
And on top of that, she made it very clear to Terry that money is not the reason why she's here. All these extravagant things that he was offering to her and the other senseis is not what's really pulling her in to even want to join Cobra Kai in the first place. I really feel that once Kreese is back into the fold, that dynamic, that working dynamic is definitely going to be better because Terry was trying to overcompensate with all this kind of money and all this technology and things to make it the best it could possibly can in terms of Cobra Kai, but I don't think that's really what she wanted for Cobra Kai necessarily. I could be completely wrong. We could never see her again, but I really feel with her questioning where's Kreese right away when she gets off the plane in that little moment in the flashback, that pretty much tells me, yeah, when she finds out about Kreese, she's not going anywhere. Prediction number 3, technically 2 predictions in one, but I feel like it really ties in together very well. Obviously, we're going to see Johnny and Carmen's wedding, and we're going to see the baby. It was pointed out to me in the Season 5 finale, and me and my wife did not notice this at first. In the background of a shot where Johnny and Daniel are talking, Carmen is showing Amanda a ring on her finger. We clearly did not see Johnny give her that ring, but there was an interview done that stated there were certain scenes shot for Season 5 that are being held over for Season 6, and I feel like there was a scene shot revealing Johnny got her a ring, but they decided to cut it because it's going to tie in maybe more into Season 6 stuff, so they decided to hold it. Because why else would this random shot of her showing off the ring in the background of a shot be there? Obviously, they can't really cut around that too much, so they had to keep it in, but they're saving that actual scene of him giving the ring to her in Season 6. I'm not really sure how much of a time jump we're going to get in Season 6 of Cobra Kai, because we may start off the season and she's already had the kid. Not really sure. But regardless, I feel like that wedding is going to happen within this next season because I feel like it would be a great way to kind of maybe cap the season. Maybe it takes place in the middle of the season. I'm not really sure, but I feel like that would be a great way to kind of show Johnny really has grown because he kept talking about he wants a family with Carmen, and of course they made a baby together, and Robby and Miguel are on good terms right now, and so it's that family that Johnny, you know, has always kind of wanted. And I feel like this would be a great way to kind of show that with a wedding. Prediction number 4, it's going to be revealed that Terry Silver is dying. There's a few different moments that really points to this. Now, it could be completely wrong, but the first thing is after Johnny and Carmen have their ultrasound for their baby, Terry randomly shows up out of nowhere on the elevator and is talking to them. And then the second thing is that there's a few different lines he says where he's referring to Cobra Kai as in you can't buy youth and that Cobra Kai could live forever like it's his real legacy. And also a point when he's fighting Chozen and he says, I'm not afraid to die. Now that could just be a line they just threw in, but I feel like there's certain things that Terry was doing in regards to really pushing Cobra Kai to get into this gigantic, the biggest tournament in the world, and certain things like that. And of course, the scene right after Carmen and Johnny do the ultrasound, that Terry may be dying from something and he's trying to push Cobra Kai so that he can have that legacy solidified before he passes. Could be completely wrong, but I feel like that'd be an interesting prediction, like an interesting thing they would do if they were to do it. My fifth and final prediction is something that somebody mentioned and I can't stop thinking about it, and it would be a perfect way to bring back this character. Apologies if I butchered the name. The Seikai Taikai was heavily pushed in Season 5 in regards to the biggest tournament in the world, and that's what Terry has always wanted Cobra Kai to be involved with, and now he officially got his wish, of course, before everything fell apart in Season 5, but also Miyagi Fang, or whatever they end up calling it, is also a part of it as well. I feel like Season 6 is going to be covering this gigantic tournament, and when they go, there's going to be all these different senseis, all these different dojos, but there's going to be one in particular, one that is very, very similar to Miyagi-Do, and who's running it? Sensei Julie Pierce. People have been asking for Hilary Swank for quite some time to join Cobra Kai. I think she's been asked about it a couple of times as well. But the question is, will they actually use the character? I feel like it's inevitable at this point because the creators of Cobra Kai have used pretty much every single character from the first 3 Karate Kid films, and the only film they have not officially touched is the next Karate Kid. I think it would be a fantastic way to bring this character into Cobra Kai is through the tournament, and the question is, has Daniel ever met her? I'm assuming with Miyagi spending so much time with Daniel and his family that he at some point mentioned her or talked about her, and the question is, has Julie ever met Daniel? Has this ever happened? We don't know, and they could definitely explore that. And I think what would be even more interesting is that if they had never met before and they have no idea about this connection, but my assumption is Miyagi would have spoke about her, I'm guessing at some point, but maybe in Daniel's mind it's not important because he's not really heard from her, he's never actually met her, so he's not really thinking about the fact that Miyagi trained her and helped her out and everything. No idea, but it would be a fantastic way to do it is through this tournament because I'm not really sure what other way they could bring her into the fold. Now, I'm not expecting Julie to be a huge part of this show if they ever introduce her character, but I feel if it's through this tournament, it makes a lot of sense if she's running her own dojo, very similar to Miyagi in terms of the training. But the question is it just going to be a thing where it's just here in the tournament, or could potentially she be a part of the show moving forward if something was to connect her to, be a part of the Valley or whatever? I have no idea. There's so many questions if they were to bring that character in, but I feel like before the show ends, they have to bring her in at some point. I'm curious to know what you guys think about my predictions. What are some of your predictions for Cobra Kai Season 6? Whatever thoughts you have, guys, about Cobra Kai Season 6 predictions, Season 5 overall, let me know in the comments below. I will talk to you guys soon. Peace out.